We're live. And we're live. Put your load from me, when you grab a stink like alligator bun. Yeah, you need a better around. Whatever, should I drop body beretta jam? Long time we no kill a man, so we circle the men like the weatherman. Head up on, da-da-da, rainfall, da-da-da, man. And ski, we're gonna grab a hat. Scheme hot like Shabba Mother Pot. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Then they grab a stink like alligator bun. Alright, drop body beretta jam. Long time we no kill a man, so we circle the men. Good morning, everyone. Let's see who is up in here. Y'all, I just woke up and decided to go on live. Honey, Geeke, Laura. Wow, I'm early. Yes, girl, you are early. What song am I singing?
You are right on time.
You are right on time. I just got on here. I just woke up. I didn't just wake up, but Lily, we've been... Happy Sunday, ladies. Hi, Tess. Okay, I'll do it when more people come, but they got to guess the song. We should do it on your makeup on live.
Oh. Damn.
Next time.
Next
time. Oh, the robe details. Casa de Amazon.
Oh my god.
I think it might be in my storefront. Hi, I wanted to know how I get into the social scenes and right event. Period. You got right to it.
Jumping right in.
Good morning, sister. Okay, I'm gonna get to your question in a second. Don't you worry. Yes, I'll put this on YouTube. Hi. The makeup is tea. Not gonna lie. Her makeup is tea. Whose makeup is tea?
Your makeup is tea, babe.
I don't have any makeup on. Cleared.
Period. You have like a tiny bit of blush right here.
No, I
that's
don't.
Showing. You put on a little bit earlier. Just a tiny.
Where?
You put on. Would you like to let?
Yeah, which blush
she
did I
doesn't
put
even
on?
know what she's put on.
Because I didn't
yet.
put on any.
You put a little bit of this girl on. You can see it right there, baby.
Look at my skin.
There's a tiny bit.
Girl, you want me to have my makeup so bad? No,
right
I
here
don't.
on
Oh,
this
I do.
side,
I do. Yes, this will be on YouTube.
She doesn't really have makeup on. Imagine waking up and this is your face. That's crazy.
Good morning. Yes, this is going to be on live.
I cannot open this.
So, girl, give it to me. Mia said, hi, I wanted to know how to get into the social scenes of right events and network. When, can you finish that, Mia? When starting what? When starting?
Well, just like when starting.
Oh, like when starting out?
Yeah.
Oh, you got Anwar.
Oh, hi, Anwar.
Anwar, tell the girls what they need to know, honey.
I've been influenced to get that sunscreen used to the people.
Oh, I love that sunscreen. It makes your skin so I like a glowy, juicy, zooey look. And if you like those kind of like juicy looks where your skin looks very hydrated, I have drier skin. It is going to be Youth to the People, Kiehl's.
Clarins? No?
I haven't used Clarins sunscreen,
Oh,
actually.
sunscreen? Oh, it's
Sunscreen. What do you use?
I really
K-Beauty?
like K-Beauty sunscreen.
Yeah.
I just feel like my skin, there's one with niacinamide in it, and my skin looks so good.
Yeah, I love sunscreens with niacinamide in it. I did Lily's makeup using only products that are my skin color, so
it was interesting.
The skin is, yes, I'm a skin girly. I'm a skincare girly. I like makeup, but skincare is truly my bag. Okay, so the questions that are coming through are...
Try twisting the cap.
Oh, is that how you do it?
I've been struggling. Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's go through the questions now.
What? I thought she had makeup on. She barely has anything on. I couldn't believe it myself.
Lily will come over and be like, what do you have on your skin? And just put whatever I have on her skin. But you have beautiful skin too.
Thank you, babe.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the questions, put your questions in.
It was really getting started in the social scene.
Getting started in social scenes.
Like social online or social in person?
I think social capital.
Okay, that makes sense.
What I would recommend is almost like a factor tree. I was thinking about this morning because I have a masterclass and I'm trying to think of new, you might need a knife.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of new iterations.
May I suggest something?
Okay, 1 second, baby.
Okay.
1 second, baby. Yeah. But yes, come back in 2 seconds. New iterations of content for my social, for my masterclass. What I would recommend for you to do is almost like a factor tree. So I'd recommend for you to think about, number one, what is your intention? Do you want social capital? Do you want to build leadership skills? Do you want to build philanthropic skills, etc.? Once you have clarity on that, then go into the next almost like factor tree. So if you want to build social capital, socialite vibes, then it's certain cities are going to over-index in that. Like a New York City is going to be like really high, potentially in Atlanta and a DC. So probably make sure you're living in one of those areas, and then figure out which organizations host like galas, host the like spring luncheons, host like the who's attending. There are some members clubs or junior boards that are more focused on philanthropic. Those are going to be like education, government adjacent ones. The ones who are more socialite who's who are going to focus probably on the arts. They're going to focus on, in New York, I'm thinking of like the Frick. I'm thinking of Lower East Side Girls Club. Also look at past members, look at alumni, look at if they host a gala. So junior boards are one thing that I would suggest. The next thing I would suggest is if your intention is more about like making friends, having community, that's a totally different vibe. You're gonna wanna focus more on like things that are reoccurring, like maybe a run club, maybe a book club, maybe a wine club, maybe an arts club. Those are gonna be reoccurring, they happen every week. It's gonna be fun for folks to come together. You're gonna build camaraderie and depth of community. Then there might be things that you're passionate about. So I have friends who are part of junior boards who are ex-dancers or figure skaters or things like that. They join junior boards, that are closer to what they're passionate about. So it kind of just depends what your intention is. Do you want to have community and like homegirls that you're trying to build? Are you trying to become a socialite? Are you trying to continue to develop the next generation of whatever you're passionate about? That's what I would recommend. Lily?
Oh,
come on in.
That was such a good answer.
Thank you.
That was phenomenal. Yeah, I was saying kickball. I'm in a kickball league.
Oh yeah.
That's really fun, and it's so much. There's so much community around it, and it's not like the like kind of average like Zog sports, but I think
Zog sports.
Zog sports is kind of like the OG sports community. Not necessarily saying that. You want to kind of find like-minded people. So people of color, Recess Kickball League, they have a run club.
They're in LA and New York too, right?
They are, and I think they're starting in Atlanta too. Breaking news.
So kickball, shockingly, is like pretty popular. I feel like in New York City, a lot of people join her kickball league. It's called Recess Kickball League. And I think that kind of harkens to the community aspect where it's more so if you're looking to build community, friends, etc. The kickball league is really great because you guys meet, what, twice a week?
Oh my gosh, or more. Which
one is this? This is nice.
During season.
Twice a week. Ooh.
It's a little vampy.
No, I like that on you. Okay,
Yeah,
what other questions do you have? Let's see. Brown and cream. I have it in cream, girl. The only thing is my cleaning lady washed these. Do not wash these, girl. The feathers are gone. I am going to CultureCon to speak. I'm actually on a panel with Anwar. Talking dating red flags. Hi, Jasmine Hill Carter.
Comb, juicy tubes.
Hello?
I'm just, in case they want to know.
Hello? Connections. How do I get those connections and network at the right events? Okay, when starting off. Oh, I have a new bit. You like it? Oh, that is nice.
I love it.
I'll call her back. Okay. Everyone says my Jasmine Hill Carter. You sound rich, girl. Jasmine Hill Carter. That sounds really good. Any orgs or events in Boston you can recommend? Oh, Lord. Let me think about Boston. Boston's my old stomping grounds. Anything related to, someone said my favorite duo. Do you know? Oh, China. Hey, China. Anything related to probably any of the universities might be helpful. I'm sorry, I'm not as proficient in Boston because even though I'm from there, girl, it's not my kind of city. I'm sure, I feel like things like CUP. I remember being a part of CUP in Boston. That sounds about right. Hey skin, hey brows. Do you think Culture, Blavity Fest, Afrotech is actually worth it? I think it depends on what. The short answer is yes, but I also think it depends on what you're interested in and what industry you're in. Are you taking those?
I'm wrapping up.
Oh, you're leaving?
I have to.
No, you love this.
I'm going to watch the Bills.
Okay.
That's another way trying to get into sports.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. Okay. Work. Do you think CultureCon, Blavity? Well, hold on. Let me.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Clearing out.
What are you taking? She comes over and takes all the PR.
Well, we use these products today. So just going off of what we used. Do you want that one?
No, I think I already own this.
Okay.
Yeah, I already own
this one. Okay.
Do you think CultureCon, Blavity, Evertech are worth it?
It depends. Like, if you can have your job send you, great. If you are going to try to find a job, there are a lot of recruiters go there. Absolutely. Wait, CultureCon, Afrotech, Blavity. Blavity's Afrotech, right?
Maybe there's something new because it says Blavity Fest.
I haven't heard of Blavity Fest. Well, CultureCon is an absolute mess because Jody's going to be there next week, so you can meet Jody.
I'm speaking with Anwar on a panel with Anwar. Events in Boston. Okay, I already said Boston. Who's thicker? Here he go. Oh my God, there's always some creep in the comments. Nail color. It's Japanese gel. I listen to you ladies. Russian manicure, Japanese gel.
Speaking of Japanese.
I know you want to show your nails. She loves her damn nails.
Nails are giving.
Beautiful even in your bonnet, period. I need lawyer ones. DC networking is so tired. How is CBC? Isn't that like the Super Bowl for y'all? How is that? We have a friend who's there. Why didn't you go?
I'll be in DC next week. So
okay. Didn't make sense to go back to back. I feel like CBC is not exactly for me, but I love it. It looked very fun, very black. DC networking is hard. I know. I hear they're. I don't know.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that though. I wouldn't say any networking is tired anywhere. It's still a major city in the United States. There's so many different places to tap into. Follow your interests. Follow impact, and then you'll find like-minded people. Because if you're getting tired in DC, like...
Yeah, that's like one of the most major
You know what, if
markets.
you're in Nashville, not even Nashville, but like Wichita, no offense to Wichita, but there probably aren't as many resources. DC has so many different types of resources, and sometimes it can feel like everyone in the city is in the same pool, but that just means it's time to break into a different pool.
But I get it. DC can feel... New York feels small. Don't you feel like you know everybody in New York? I feel like
Absolutely not. I don't feel that way.
Everybody in New York. Okay, let's see.
But then people are going to their own networks to find new networks. Well, duh. Do you just have to sometimes venture out and do something completely on your own?
She speaks like what an email sounds like. It's nice. She's actually a director of comms. So there you have it. Hi, Jody.
It's nice. Okay, well, at least it's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Where do you recommend high potential men in DC and New York City?
That's an Anwar question.
Where is Anwar at? Oh, they love your daily paper. Where can you meet a man, Lily?
I have to go. I have to go.
Okay, girl. I don't know. Where have we met? Where have we met great guys before? Members clubs? Hold on. You taking everything?
No, these were all products used today.
Okay.
We got a Fenty Beauty setting spray.
Oh, someone has a question specifically for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I will get back to the man question, but someone says,
do you have any tips on working in comms? Currently getting, oh my gosh, amazing. Yeah, so comms is one of those fields where breaking in is the hardest part. So when you're going from undergrad into the workforce, what are we? We're professional networkers. We're professional connectors. So you are your first client, right? And so when you're trying to get into comms, it's about finding people who are in the field, trying to connect with them, looking at agencies. Everybody has their stint in the agency world. I did it too.
What agency did you work at?
I worked at a small agency with 14 people called High 10 Media. It specialized in the media world. I met this person at a meditation group, right? And so you can meet these people anywhere. It's not, I didn't go through my undergraduate career resources. I pick up the phone, I call, I pursue. And that's why I'm a comms person, because we are relentless in being able to accomplish goals, right? So if your goal is to get a job in comms, then go get it and find resources and people who are doing that work and make the connections and build your web from there.
There it is, straight from the comms professional's mouth.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, well, let me answer the question about men.
Oh, period.
That was really good, though.
Thank you.
High quality men, I would say, I think there's a lot of advice of like, go to this bar, go to this place. I disagree with that advice. I think number one, the high quality men meet their peer group. Like they meet each other at someone's housewarming. Bye, love you. Talk to you later. I'll see you in a couple hours. They meet each other at school. They meet each other at friend's house watching the Super Bowl. They meet each other at networking events. They meet each other vacationing together. So this whole concept of like going somewhere and meeting a man, the only way to meet a quote unquote high value man is to be a part of their community, because you are also doing the same things and in the same spaces and going to the same schools and all of that. So that is kind of my answer, where most of the guys that I know that would be considered quote unquote high quality are through mutual friends, through friends of our friends, mutual friends, working together. We vacationed in Martha's Vineyard together, something like that. We all were in like the same house. It's things like that. Being invited to one of their house parties through one of their friends. So the kind of guys who are like at a hotel bar hitting on women are not the kind of guys that you want to marry anyways. So I think statistically, the number one way still to meet people outside of online dating is through mutual friends. So I would say cultivate and create a community in which you have access to these people naturally versus just like a one-off, like meeting somebody at a bar. What department in the company can we reach out to that handles events at galas? Usually their comms department. They have a comms department, events department, maybe DEI department if it still exists. They usually will have a table. You can also try volunteering. So for example, you can be like, all right, I'll do check-in, reach out to, if you're adjacent to the organization, say I'll handle check-in or I'll manage this. One of my friends who's at CBC at all the parties, she was like, I'll do registration, and then she got access to all the tickets. So see if that works too. Y'all not gonna come out to the mountains. I don't even know, but yeah. Oh yeah, so I definitely volunteer at Urban League. You're right, my therapist said the same thing, period. Let's see, become friends of high value people, peer groups. 2026, I definitely want to become a socialite in my city. Let's go, China. We connected on LinkedIn, but I hate posting on there. Any tips for getting over that? I think what is your hiccup? I think posting on LinkedIn is probably the easiest place to post. What might be helpful is starting like a newsletter. Or like a weekly cadence, like weekly like insights of the week or something like that. Like, here are my top insights. I work in DEI. Here are my top insights around what's happening in the DEI community. So it creates this like regular cadence and pace that gets, one, creates an expectation, and two, forces you to participate every single week. And it doesn't feel as random. Sometimes posting on LinkedIn can feel like a little bit random, like, yeah, what am I gonna say? But if you're like, hey, this is my niche, this is what I'm specializing in, and then the point of posting on LinkedIn is so you can position yourself as a subject matter expert. So position yourself as a subject matter expert by having like your weekly insights or your weekly takes, and I think that would be pretty helpful. Wait, so comms people, networking connects people, might just have to, yes, claro que sí, mama. Comms people, their whole point is to network and connect. So Lily, who just left, does executive comms. So she's responsible for if a CEO is making a statement or a head of blah, blah, blah in her department is going on a panel. She's responsible for capturing the sentiment, the idea. What are we supposed to talk about? How is the message of the company going to be branded? So that is her job, but comms can look a bunch of different ways. There's social media comms for a company. There's social media comms for an individual. There is internal comms. There's external comms. There's public relations. There's so many different ways to split it. Let's see what other questions we have. Thank you, my dear. The robe. This is from Amazon. What other questions do we have? Try online communities too. Yeah, try online communities. CultureCon is absolutely worth it. I love it. Oh, I met you at Dance Theater of Harlem with Azar. Oh, thank you, Obi. I love when y'all tell me I'm cute in person. Dance Theater of Harlem is a fabulous gala. My mentor is one of the board members. It's one of my favorite. And Azar is that girl. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous girl. Boo, Bills. CUP. CUP is Council of Urban Professionals, so CUUP. Okay, let's see. Any other questions? The masterclass opens again, TBD. It will either open again in November or early 2026. We just wrapped, so I'm having my offsite with my chief of staff this week. This a week from today, actually. And then from there, we're gonna determine when we're gonna do an audit of the whole program and then determine when we're gonna open again. Girl, I just got on here maybe like 25 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. What does your masterclass contain? Okay, so I'll tell you what the masterclass contains. This masterclass actually went closer to 4 months, so we're trying to like truncate it down because it's really supposed to be 3 months, but we just kept on adding more and more content. It's 3 pillars: physical, social, and career. Physical will cover everything around physical presence. It will cover, we brought in a makeup artist. The first cohort had a stylist come in, how to transition your makeup from day to night, how to build a capsule wardrobe, how to build a wellness routine. The second portion is social. So we'll have people who sit on boards come in and speak to you. We'll talk about creating your elevator pitch, creating your personal brand online and in person, mentors, sponsors, advocates, how to get them, building a social calendar, what events you go to, how do you present yourself at said events. And the third pillar is career. So that is going to be around finding your zone of genius. We bring in an entrepreneur to talk about building your entrepreneurial brand. And it also depends on the cohort. So some cohorts, and we also had a financial advisor come in and talk about building wealth. So it depends on the cohort. If I notice that there's a lot of entrepreneurs in my cohort, I'll lean more entrepreneurial. If I notice there are like more folks who want to go to business school, then I'll bring in folks who are in business school to come and talk to you. So it also is a little cohort dependent based on the needs. Let's see, what else we got? Requirements to be accepted into your masterclass. I won't say there are any requirements. I'll say who does best in the masterclass are usually women between the age of like 23 to like early 30s, mid 30s for now. We're looking at having like more advanced and executive programs, but I would say there's like that 10-year span that's really the sweet spot. On top of that, who are working or entrepreneurial, so who have, because some of the things that we suggest require a little bit of capital, and that like joining a junior board or building a capsule wardrobe, all of those things require you to be like somewhat working. I find the people who are like either in corporate, we had doctors, we've had folks who are like at Harvard Business School. So somewhere in that range where you have access to capital, where you can actually action on the things that I'm giving you, are probably the people that are the most successful. So working or have worked and now an entrepreneur, and then between the ages of like 20, like I wouldn't necessarily say someone who's 18 and in college is going to get the most out of this because you're just a little bit too young. So I'd say like 23 to like 35 is a sweet spot. Tips on navigating male-dominated workplaces as a corporate girly. I would say, tell me a little bit more about like what your rub is. Like, is it, because every workplace is really different, and there's actually a video that I was watching this morning. I think his name is Vin, V-I-N-H. There's essentially 4 different communication archetypes, and you have to figure out, for anybody actually, not even male dominated, you have to figure out what communication archetype you are and then what communication archetype everyone in your workplace is. So for example, there's 4. Red is very extroverted, it is very direct, and it is very like, oh wait, let me make sure I'm doing this right. No, red is, hold on, it's coming to me. It's red, blue, green, and yellow. Red is extroverted, analytical, straight, direct to the point. Yellow is extroverted, still a little bit of data, but more creative, more strategic, more high level. Blue is more, I'm messing these up. I actually think I just said blue. Anyways, look those up, like the 4 different communication types. There's also a test you can take called Insights. We did it at work, and it basically tells you what color you are and what color the people in your workplace are. Green people like to keep the peace. They're introverted. They're very they value collaboration. I think blue people are actually the analytical, and then one is like a very strategic, high level. Anyways, look that up. I can't remember who is who, but look that up and then determine who you are and the people in your workplace are. So even male or female, for example, some of my friends work in investment banking, and even though it is kind of a male-dominated field, they'll have female managers, but the female managers are very heavy red or very heavy blue. So I think it really depends not only on gender, but also what communication archetype is valued in your workplace. Figure that out and then figure out how to communicate with them. The point is, there are some people who communicating is easy and effortless because you guys are the same communication style. But there are other people who feel crass, abrupt, who feel a little bit too direct. It's not that they're like too direct, it's just that's how they communicate. There are some people who are like, let me share the vision with you and let me That's a very different communication style. So I would recommend figuring out who you are, what everyone else in your workplace is, and how best to connect or communicate with them. Did someone say good morning? Okay. Hi, Allie. Okay. You should date white men, respectively. Are you dating a white man? Tell me how it's going. How do you suggest getting acquainted when they're new to a members only club, being the new girl? How do you suggest getting acquainted when you're new to a members only club? I would just sign up for the activities. All these members only clubs always have like some sort of event, some sort of talk, some sort of activity. So I would recommend getting acquainted to or attending some of those activities. There's always some talk, and also become friends with the staff. That's something that I've seen some of my friends do really well, and I've also done really well, and they'll get you into the things. They'll tell you who to know. They'll tell you who's here every week. So make sure that you're friendly and kind to the staff. Okay, hi Jody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know you said step. I don't remember. Good morning, good morning. If you had to start being a socialite again, I don't even know if I'm a socialite to have it again, but okay. What are things that you would do? I think the issue is so many people want to be a socialite without doing the upfront work. Like, they just want to like go to the places and do the things and be with the people and blah, 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 blah. You have to spend a lot of time cultivating yourself. It's just like dating, I think, where people are like, oh, I just want to meet the rich man. It's like, yeah, and then what? You know, you have to also have the background. So I would encourage you to, one, have a somewhat of a career personally. I think that works best. Somewhat of a career, so that when you're in these spaces, you can actually talk about what you do. You can actually be well-versed in current events and politics and be worldly and have some sort of a vocabulary. I would, to that point, listen to podcasts, listen to interviews, watch YouTube, have like enlightening conversations, so that way you can learn like sort of the art of conversing is also really important. I would learn how to host and spend time hosting friends and family in my space. I would also learn how to dress. That's probably the most important skill, being a quote unquote socialite. I would learn basic etiquette and things like that. I would learn how to be charming and charismatic and endear people to you. Those are all, I think, fundamental skills. Let's see. Good morning. What other questions do we have? Okay, y'all are quiet today. I ain't got no many questions. Shade is on my nails. I don't know. It's a Japanese gel. I go to an amazing Black-owned salon that is fantastic, that I love. And I get the Russian manicure. Okay, ciao. Did any of y'all go to church or work out? Become friends of high-value people. Oh, we were talking about how to date high-value men. Which is still such a funny phrase. But yeah, they only date within their community. So if you want to be part of that world, I think that's like one of the big disservices that social media has done, is telling everybody like everyone can date a rich man, everyone gets a rich man. No, they date their peers. So you have to become one of their peers. Okay, let's see. What other question? I'm not a Christian, but I get my steps in. Okay, let me answer some of your questions. Oh, favorite podcasts. Emma Grede just started a podcast called Aspire. I'm really enjoying that one. I also watch a lot of YouTube. So that same guy, I need to figure out his name. He's East Asian, I believe. His name is like Vin something. But he does a lot of videos around communication. Diary of a CEO is one of my podcasts. I listen to The Daily by the New York Times and Up First by NPR every morning, one or the other. Usually I don't have time for both. Those are like my top podcasts. And then The Read if I want something a little like pop culture-y. What orgs or who's who would you recommend in New York City? I would recommend, depends on what you're going for. You know, if you're trying to be there's so many members only clubs in New York City, I can barely keep track. There's now Fly Fish, there's San Vicente Bungalows. I mean, Zero Bond has